Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the midweek update. We're going to start off today with the Dow daily chart, and that's the only chart we're going to look at because the 1 hour and 15-minute charts are a little messy, and we get a better idea looking at this daily chart right now. We are still trapped between the 50 and the 200-day moving average. That's this blue line and the red line, and the uptrend is still in place. And it looks like they're going to probably try within the next day, unless we get some crazy news or crazy tweet, a break through this 200-day moving average. And that's probably going to bring some robot buying into this market. But I don't believe we're going to be able to break this 27K mark. The data is just too bad out there. Despite the spin that you're reading in the headlines for the election, things are just bad out there. But the Fed is out there, and the Fed is pumping everything they can into this market. What will probably be the letdown, and that should happen by month end, is the Republicans and this next stimulus plan. I have a feeling they're going to screw that up, and the market is probably going to have to go into a temper tantrum like it did back in March to get them to actually do something that is worthwhile for people. So that's the scenario I see playing out for now. Upside bias, but we're not seeing dramatic moves up, and that's usually very good for the stocks that we play. Large caps aren't running too much, and we've got that uptrend in place, so that means speculative money is flowing in, and speculative money moves to micro caps. But let's jump into some stock plays. First stock we're going to talk about is DSS. We talked about this one on the weekend video, and actually these first few stocks I'm talking about, I'm going to go with my largest positions, the ones I think have the biggest research behind them. We're going to go through a lot of stocks. If I don't mention a stock today, don't worry. There's like 30 plus swing plays we have. If I was to go over every one of them in a video, this video will be an hour long, and most of you guys only watch like 5 minutes of these videos anyway. So just because I don't talk about it today does not mean anything negative. As for DSS, had to sell off on the very small offering last week. That offering has now closed, and that usually is a catalyst for these stocks to move higher. This is the 1 hour chart. 1 hour chart looks great. We had that initial pop. We've been sideways all day. And RSI is about to break 50. Stochastics is sideways as well. And if we look at the daily chart, you can see here on the daily chart, I left the old uptrend line in place. But what I want you to look at is this green line. You'll see it up here. 20-day EMA. Now, you'll recall I did that video on moving averages. This is my favorite moving average for beaten up stocks. Now, DSS was beaten up because they did an offering. But since that offering over the last few days, it's been holding this level very, very nicely. This is bullish. This is bullish. This is $1.40 or so higher. That's a great upside target. Stochastics are in the basement. All systems are go for this one. This COVID stock, remember, most traders do not know that this company is buying a COVID-19 vaccine player that's had a lot of good news. All that news is under the other ticket. And most people who trade stocks don't put the time in to do that research. So when this merger happens later this month and these guys start putting that press release under their ticket, we're going to see probably a 5, 10, 15 million volume day, and them chasing the stock up here at 12 to 15 going, who knew it was a vaccine play? Well, we did, and we're selling to you because you should have done your research. XELA, the news out here for this stock is just mind-blowing. These guys do documents for banks. There's a lot of sectors that they're in. DOCU, which is a peer, $32 billion market cap right now, hit all-time highs this week. We've got two sets of information. We've got record home sales and mortgage refis, and we also have record delinquencies. Article I posted today, 32% of mortgages had a missed payment in July. Just let that sink in when you go back and you look at this Dow daily chart that we're barely down from the top, and we've got 32% of mortgages delinquent right now. Crazy. But anyway, these guys do it. We've got a very nice setup on this chart. I can't believe this stock is still sitting down here. The earnings report I thought was good. This takes a lot of volume to move. If we look at a daily chart on here, you can see it's about to get a golden cross. That's a bullish technical event. When the 50-day goes through the 200-day moving average, you will start to see the scanner guys chase this around 50, 52 cents and really get the FOMO guys in here. So this is a sector that's red hot, great chart setup, oversold, looks really, really good for this week. It's not going to be a video if I don't mention COCP. And we got an upgrade today from Wainwright, and we got a nice little pop-up. Maybe a little bit overbought right now, but who cares? We're up 100% on this swing right now, and we're still waiting for news on it. It's getting up there a little bit on the nosebleed area, which is why we took a little bit of profits off the table, but this is still set up. And remember, good news will send this one solidly higher. OGEN remains my favorite vaccine play here. This one has been consolidating very, very nicely. This is a 1 hour chart. You can see stochastics are on the bottom. We're waiting for that press release. The weekly chart, we are now above the downtrend on the weekly chart. What's it going to take for this thing to blow up? Probably another move over 85, 90 cents. You're really going to see this stock take off. And if we get that press release or Operation Warp Speed funding, all systems are go here. The other vaccine play I have, JAGX. Now, I mentioned to you guys, somehow, all the times I was doing and calling this stock with that press release, my eyes just zoned in on the testing word. And then my brain said, oh, it's a testing stock. It's actually a vaccine stock. I talked about that in the research. You can go look at the alert room from what I'm talking about. We attempted a downtrend break today on this one. This is a 1 year chart. This looks fantastic. We get an update on the testing for their drug. Look at all these indicators here. They are ready to rock and roll. When will the chasers come in? 64 cents, 200-day. We're looking for potential of 50 to 100% upside on this play. The other vaccine swing play that we picked up a couple of days ago, AIM. Just look at this chart. Look what VIA XRT has done, and look what some of the other vaccine players have done. This chart has been in a very, very tight consolidation. And actually today, for some reason, late in the day, we got a big buying spurt. I saw no news out there. So maybe there's some sort of leak out there, and we get some news. We got that positive MACD cross today. Stochastics look good. Where will the chasers come in? On any press release, but I think in 275, they're really going to start to chase this one. And on this chart, look what it did back in March. Like COCP, huge run up. It has the same potential here. Quick mention on AYRO. There was so much whining and complaining like all our other 100% runners on AYRO. But what did I tell you? I went over the action over the last couple of weeks on this one. This is the area I targeted for it to move, blew through it, ended up going up to $8. Fantastic win. We still have free shares in this one. Market cap is still ridiculous. Let's see if I can consolidate here and push higher. Now, we've got two plays to cover for this one. CLSK. Now, these guys mentioned that they are working with Tesla. Confirmed in a conference call. You know the research there. It's consolidating nicely here. If we push forward here and look at the daily chart, this has so much upside. If we get a move over, where will they chase? Probably a close over 325. Twice this week it's been halted at that 325 level, so that's probably going to be the area that sees that push up to 4. But this is a new nice swing to replace AYRO, as is POLA. This also replaces AYRO, but it's also a play on Blink. These guys do portable electric vehicle charging. Very nice flag here on the 1 hour chart. We are about to get a MACD cross. This setup looks good. We've got 50% upside on this one with very small downside. Now, when you look at these charts and you go back over these videos, where should you add these stocks on dips? You know where, right when they come down to support. You've seen it over and over again. These are easy adds on these stocks. HOFV. Boom. What can I say? Mic drop. I should put a little picture of a mic in here, but this one is a swing. It was GPAQ. It did a name change a few days ago. A lot of brokers were not able to trade it, but today every broker could trade this stock, which is why we added to our swing position. And when it broke that downtrend, very few people wanted it at 650, 670, but oh my goodness, they loved it at 850 as usual. Now, this one is setting up nicely. They've got a COVID-19 event tomorrow, esports. Esports is big. even though we've got all these sports starting up, baseball supposedly, basketball supposedly, there's a really strong chance that all these sports things get canceled or get cut short. Esports is probably going to be the thing for a while. Low float, nicely set up chart. Let's see what this one brings tomorrow. 872 break. They're going to be chasing this one back over 10. Just for perspective, last week when they announced the merger was approved, they were chasing this stock at $14 after hours. Hotbox HTBX. We have news coming on this stock. We know we have news coming on this stock. These are the easiest swing ad plays when we know news is coming. COVID-19 vaccine, we've got a nice, this is the 1 hour chart I just flipped to. We've got a nice little flag here. It's finding it hard to break out, but you know what stock this one reminds me of? Yep, COCP. Exact same story when this one was at the exact same price, and look what COCP did. That's exactly what we're probably looking for on Hawksbox when it's allowed to finally run. Quick mention on SMART. You know, what can I say? We were patiently swinging this play, mask play, buyout play. There was a lot of chatter about, oh, they're going to go bankrupt, blah, blah, blah. 99% of retailers have a high chance of going bankrupt in this environment. We've seen bankrupt stocks double from this price. Everything's priced into this thing. Out of the blue today, boom, the stock was up 50% just like that. You never know when a swing play is going to wake up. That's why we spread around and have so many swings. Now, one new swing today, I wanted to make a quick mention on this one. HHT. You saw the news that Harvard is shutting down and going online. New York is also going to limit schooling to 1 to 2 days a week. This is a big political thing. Trump is doubling down on these schools doing this, but it's inevitable that our kids are only going to be going to school a couple of days a week, and it's going to be going online. These guys are based in New York and do online education. Sweet chart, bottom, 133 target. You know, that's what, 60, 75% upside. Looks great. I did want to mention quickly CHFS, because if I didn't do this, I would get 400,000 messages on why I didn't mention CHFS. Now, we've been swinging this one for a while. We had a nice pop over the last couple of days. Look where it popped. This is the 1 year chart, guys. Why are you surprised it stopped here? There's the 200-day moving averages. These stocks, when they go on moves like these, when they run into moving averages, they bounce back. It's what happens. They've got the event tomorrow. I mean, we were only looking for a move to 57 and went to 65 cents. It's come right back down today. Let's see what the news is on this one tomorrow. So that's it for the video. If I didn't go over the stock today, it doesn't mean I didn't like it. I just ran out of time and this video is getting long. Please like the video and please share with everyone, and have a great evening. See you all in the chat room tomorrow.